Welcome to Encore of Legends. I'm Kevin. Here, we honor legendary figures whose stories continue to inspire beyond their final curtain. From film and music to sports and culture, we revisit their journeys, achievements, and unforgettable moments. Join us in celebrating lives that left a lasting impact and continue inspiring generations around the world. Andy Kershaw was a British broadcaster born in 1959 in Littleborough. Raised in a structured academic environment, he often leaned more toward curiosity and creativity than traditional expectations. From an early age, he showed a strong interest in music, culture, and storytelling. During his time at university, he began exploring live music scenes and became involved in discovering new and emerging artists, which helped shape his future path in broadcasting. He later became known for his bold and natural presenting style that felt different from typical radio voices. Instead of following mainstream trends, he focused on authenticity and letting music speak for itself. This approach allowed listeners to discover sounds they might never have encountered through commercial radio, making his work feel fresh and personal. Alongside music, he also showed interest in sharing cultural experiences from different parts of the world. He highlighted diverse musical traditions, especially from African, Caribbean, and folk backgrounds, helping audiences appreciate global sounds beyond familiar borders. Andy Kershaw is remembered for his curiosity, honesty, and passion for music. His work encouraged people to listen more openly and explore beyond popular trends. He left behind a legacy built on cultural discovery and a deep respect for music in all its forms, influencing how broadcasting can connect audiences with the wider world. 20 years ago this week, country music lost one of its most recognizable voices, Buck Owens, who passed away at the age of 76. His music wasn't built on flash or complexity. It was built on honesty. Owens had a way of turning everyday feelings into songs that felt personal, almost like stories told across a kitchen table. With a string of major hits, such as Act Naturally and I've Got a Tiger by the Tail, he helped define a sound that was energetic yet deeply rooted in real life. His style carried a simple, direct charm that made his songs easy to connect with, no matter who was listening. Beyond his music, Buck Owens was also a familiar presence on television, where he shared a warm and relaxed personality that audiences enjoyed for years. His humor and easygoing nature made him feel approachable, almost like someone viewers already knew. Even after all this time, his influence still lives on in country music and in the artists who continue to draw inspiration from his sound. The sincerity in his work remains a reminder that music doesn't need to be complicated to be meaningful. It just needs to be real. Born on December 12, 1937, Connie Francis grew up with a natural talent for singing that quickly set her apart. From an early age, her expressive voice and emotional depth showed strong promise, and she steadily worked her way into the music world. Through persistence and dedication, her big breakthrough came with the song Who's Sorry Now, which transformed her career and introduced her to a global audience. From that moment, her success continued to grow rapidly. Songs like Where the Boys Are became deeply connected with themes of youth, love, and emotion, making her a defining voice of her era. She also stood out for her ability to perform in multiple languages, which helped her reach listeners across different countries and cultures. Over time, she achieved remarkable success, selling millions of records and building a lasting place in music history. What made her special was not just her popularity, but the sincerity and emotion she brought into every performance. Even in challenging times, she remained committed to her craft and continued to be admired for her strength and authenticity. Connie Francis passed away at the age of 87, but her music continues to live on. Her voice remains a powerful reminder of a golden era in music, still touching new generations of listeners today. Dolores Keane passed away peacefully at her home in Ireland at the age of 72, leaving behind a legacy deeply rooted in traditional Irish music. As one of the founding voices of Dadann, she played a major role in shaping the sound and emotional depth of modern Irish folk, bringing old songs to life with a voice that was both powerful and deeply expressive. Her interpretations of timeless pieces such as The Rambling Irishman helped preserve cultural stories that continue to resonate across generations. Beyond her work with the group, she shared stages and musical collaborations with respected artists, including John Prine and Emmylou Harris, further expanding her influence beyond Ireland and into the global folk scene. Her voice carried a rare emotional weight, rich, haunting, and deeply human, often described as one that could turn a simple lyric into a lived experience. Dolores Keane was more than a performer. She was a storyteller whose music reflected heritage, struggle, and beauty in equal measure. Her songs created a sense of home for many listeners, especially those connected to Irish tradition. Though she is gone, her recordings and influence remain alive, continuing to inspire musicians and listeners who find meaning in her unmistakable voice and enduring artistry. John M. Perkins passed away at his home in Jackson at the age of 95 after living with Alzheimer's disease and dementia. His life is remembered as a steady and quiet example of faith expressed through action rather than words alone. Born in Mississippi, he faced hardship early in life, but those experiences shaped his deep commitment to helping others and addressing inequality in practical ways. Over the decades, he became a respected Christian leader and civil rights activist who worked tirelessly to support communities struggling with poverty and injustice. He founded the Christian Community Development Association, which helped bring together churches and organizations focused on education, housing, and community renewal, rooted in compassion and long-term support. His service extended beyond activism, as he was also a Korean War veteran carrying both discipline and humility throughout his life's work. Perkins believed in combining faith with everyday service, encouraging reconciliation and dignity for all people. His influence reached many leaders and communities, and his legacy continues through the movements and organizations he helped inspire. He is remembered not for seeking attention, but for consistently working to uplift others, leaving behind a lasting message of love, justice, and faithful service. The life of Steve Harvey is often remembered through the lens of entertainment, television success, and comedy, but the deeper story is about transformation through struggle. His journey is not a simple rise to fame, but a long process shaped by uncertainty, rejection, and gradual self-discovery. What makes his path meaningful is how ordinary beginnings developed into an extraordinary career through persistence and adaptation. He did not start with privilege or guaranteed opportunity. Instead, he moved through periods of doubt, instability, and reinvention. Each stage of his life added a layer to his identity, shaping him into someone who understood both failure and success intimately. His story reflects a broader human experience. Progress is rarely immediate, and growth often happens in silence before it becomes visible to the world. Early life and foundations. Steve Harvey's early life was shaped by modest surroundings and strong parental influence. Growing up in a working-class environment, he was exposed to discipline, responsibility, and faith from an early age. His father's physically demanding work taught him the value of effort and endurance, while his mother emphasized emotional strength and belief in oneself. This combination created a balanced foundation of toughness and hope. However, his childhood was not without difficulty. Limited resources and social challenges meant that opportunities were not easily accessible. Instead of comfort, he experienced situations that required adjustment and resilience. These early conditions played an important role in shaping his character. He learned that success does not come from environment alone, but from internal determination. Even before understanding his future path, he was already developing habits of perseverance and observation that would later influence his career direction. Communication challenges and personal growth. One of the most difficult aspects of Steve Harvey's early development was his struggle with speech. A noticeable stutter made communication stressful and often embarrassing, especially in social settings. Instead of allowing this limitation to define him, he adapted by becoming a careful observer of people. He paid close attention to how others spoke, reacted, and expressed humor or emotion. This silent learning process became a hidden advantage. While he was not confident in speaking, he was building strong awareness of timing, expression, and human behavior. Over time, these observations helped him understand how communication truly works beyond words. His struggle also strengthened his emotional resilience, teaching him patience and persistence. Rather than avoiding interaction, he gradually pushed through discomfort, improving through repetition and experience. This transformation shows how personal limitations can evolve into strengths when approached with determination instead of defeat. Early adulthood and uncertain direction. As a young adult, Steve Harvey entered a phase of life marked by instability and exploration. He worked different jobs, including manual labor and sales, but none provided long-term satisfaction or direction. This period was also financially and emotionally demanding, as he balanced responsibilities while searching for purpose. Despite uncertainty, he was known for his humor and ability to connect with people naturally, even though he did not yet see it as a career path. Life felt unsettled, as if he were moving without a clear destination. However, this stage was important because it exposed him to different environments and experiences. Each job and interaction contributed to his understanding of people and life struggles. Although he did not realize it at the time, these years were quietly preparing him for his future in entertainment by building adaptability, patience, and social awareness. First steps into comedy. Steve Harvey's entry into comedy did not begin as a carefully planned decision, but rather through encouragement from others who recognized his natural humor. His early performances were filled with nervous energy and inexperience, yet they revealed something important. He had a natural ability to connect with audiences. On stage, the limitations he once felt in communication began to shift into strengths. He learned how to structure stories, control timing, and use personal experiences as humor. Even when audiences were small or responses were uncertain, each performance became a learning opportunity. These early moments were not glamorous, but they were foundational. They helped him understand that comedy required persistence, practice, and emotional openness. Over time, the stage became a space where he could express himself freely, transforming insecurity into confidence. Financial struggles and sacrifices. The beginning of his comedy career was marked by significant financial instability. Income was inconsistent, and success was far from immediate. This created pressure in his personal life, as responsibilities continued while earnings remained uncertain. Living conditions were often difficult, requiring sacrifice and resilience. Despite these challenges, he continued performing because he believed in long-term potential rather than short-term comfort. Many moments involved doubt about whether to continue or return to more stable work. However, his commitment to comedy remained strong even when progress was slow. This phase highlights the reality that early success often requires enduring periods of hardship without immediate reward. His experience shows that persistence is not only about talent, but also about emotional endurance during difficult and uncertain times. Breakthrough in stand-up comedy. Over time, consistent effort began to produce recognition in comedy circles. Steve Harvey's performances gained attention for their energy, relatability, and storytelling style. Unlike comedians who relied on abstract humor, he often drew from real-life experiences, making his material accessible to wide audiences. This authenticity became one of his strongest qualities. As he performed in larger venues, his visibility increased gradually. The breakthrough did not happen suddenly, but was built through repeated effort and growing audience appreciation. Each performance strengthened his reputation and confidence. This stage marked a transition from struggling performer to rising comedian, showing that success is often the result of sustained dedication rather than sudden discovery. Rise to television recognition. As Steve Harvey's popularity grew through stand-up comedy, television naturally became the next major step in his career. This transition was important because it allowed him to move from live audiences in specific venues to millions of viewers at home. At first, this shift required adjustment. Performing for cameras is very different from performing on stage, where audience reactions are immediate and direct. On television, timing, expression, and delivery had to be more controlled and consistent. Despite this learning curve, his natural humor, warmth, and personality made him stand out quickly. Television did more than expand his audience. It gave him stability and long-term visibility that stand-up alone could not provide. It also marked his evolution from a comedian known in entertainment circles to a mainstream personality recognized across the country. This phase became a turning point, opening doors to hosting roles, acting opportunities, and broader influence in the entertainment industry. Family life and personal reflection. Beyond career achievements, family played a deeply important role in shaping Steve Harvey's life decisions and personal outlook. As his career progressed, he began to reflect more seriously on how success affected his relationships and responsibilities at home. Being a father influenced his priorities, making him think more about emotional presence rather than just professional achievement. Over time, he realized that success in public life means little without stability and connection in personal life. This understanding led him to place greater importance on family unity, communication, and emotional support. His later years show a more grounded approach, where he tries to balance work demands with meaningful family time. This shift reflects maturity, as he learned that personal relationships require attention just like a career does. His journey highlights that true fulfillment often comes from maintaining harmony between ambition and personal life, not choosing one over the other. Public life and challenges living in the public eye brought Steve Harvey both success and pressure. As his fame grew, so did public attention on his personal life, including mistakes, decisions, and controversies. Unlike private individuals, every action in public life can be analyzed, criticized, or misunderstood. This level of scrutiny can create emotional stress, even for someone experienced in handling attention. However, he learned to manage this reality by focusing on his work and maintaining personal discipline. Instead of allowing criticism to define him, he continued moving forward with his career. This phase of his life highlights an important truth about fame. It brings opportunity, but also constant observation. Handling public opinion requires emotional strength, patience, and the ability to separate noise from meaningful feedback. Over time, he developed resilience in dealing with judgment while continuing to grow personally and professionally. This experience became part of his long-term maturity and stability in the industry. Philosophy of persistence. Persistence is one of the most important ideas in Steve Harvey's life and career. His journey shows that success does not happen quickly or easily, but through consistent effort over time. He often emphasizes the importance of taking action even when the outcome is uncertain, rather than waiting for perfect conditions. This mindset was not learned from books, but from real-life struggle and experience. Throughout his career, he faced rejection, financial difficulty, and moments of doubt, yet continued moving forward. That persistence eventually created opportunities that would not have existed otherwise. For him, persistence is not just about endurance, but about active belief in progress, even during slow or difficult periods. It reflects the idea that growth happens step by step, not overnight. His story encourages the understanding that success is often built in silence, long before it becomes visible, and that consistent effort is what transforms uncertainty into achievement. Legacy and influence. Steve Harvey's legacy goes far beyond entertainment or television success. He is widely seen as a symbol of resilience, transformation, and determination. His journey continues to inspire people because it reflects real struggle rather than instant success. What makes his influence strong is not only what he achieved, but how he achieved it. He represents the idea that personal identity is shaped through challenges, failures, and persistence over time. Many people relate to his story because it feels human and achievable, not distant or unrealistic. His work in comedy, television, writing, and media has left a lasting impact on different audiences. However, his deeper influence lies in the message that change is possible through effort and belief in oneself. His life encourages others to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. In this way, his legacy is both professional and inspirational, extending beyond entertainment into personal motivation and life guidance. Conclusion: the life of Steve Harvey is ultimately a story of steady growth through struggle, learning, and persistence. He did not achieve success quickly. Instead, he moved through many stages of difficulty, uncertainty, and gradual improvement. Each phase of his journey added something important to his character, shaping him into a more resilient and adaptable person. His story shows that setbacks are not permanent failures, but part of a larger process of development. Success, in his case, came from continuing forward even when the path was unclear. What makes his journey meaningful is not just where he ended up, but how he got there. It reflects the idea that patience, effort, and belief in growth can transform a life over time. Ultimately, his story reminds us that progress is built step by step, and lasting success comes from never giving up on the process of becoming better.